Welcome to another edition of the CS Podcast, where you can hear interviews with journalists, collegiate and professional athletes, and other radio hosts. Be sure to check out past interviews at www.youtube.com/ChristianRE722. Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Chanfel, and I'm now joined by arguably the best safety entering the 2014 NFL Draft, Deone Bucannon out of Washington State University. Thanks for joining the show, Deone. How's it going, man?
It's going good, I can't complain. Blessed.
Yes, sir. So, Deone, we're going to be talking about your football career, and I want to start this interview off by asking you a pretty simple question, and that is, coming out of a California high school, having a lot of success out there, you were the Conference Defensive Player of the Year 2 years in a row. How did you decide to attend Washington State University, and why did you feel that was the best fit for you?
I was highly recruited out of high school. I only had about 4 or 5 admission offers, and, just Washington State gave me a chance, gave me an opportunity to start, my recruiting, the person I recruited me was Coach Ball, a great defensive mind, a great defensive coach. He came and he just had faith in me, honestly. He came over and he just saw the talent that a lot of people didn't. And I went over to Washington State, and I just fell in love with the place. I fell in love with the people, fell in love with the surroundings. I fell in love with the tradition, the history, and it's been just great since then. Since I made that decision, one of the best decisions I've made in my life.
And you were able to, find a lot of success very quickly. Talk about that true freshman year of yours, man. It was in 2010. You started 8 of the 12 games that you played in, and you were able to lead the team in tackles with 84. You also threw in 2 interceptions and 2 forced fumbles. How were you able to have so much success so early on in your college football career?
Honestly, like I said, Coach, when he came in and recruited me, he said I'd have an opportunity to play and play early. And, that was something, you hear from a lot of recruiting coaches, recruiting coordinators and stuff like that. But, the difference is he actually meant it. So I went in there and I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to show the coaches, what I could do on the field. And they gave me an opportunity. My first game was, starting was against SMU. Really, just since then, I just wanted to establish myself as a playmaker and somebody that, will do anything for his team, do anything for his teammates, do anything for his coaches, just to make an impact. I love this game so much, and I just want to give it my all every time I step on the field. Absolutely. Now, any chance you could tell us about that very first college football turnover you forced and how it felt? I know it was a while ago, man. Actually, I do remember. It was the very first one that I recorded was against actually Oklahoma State. It's a long time. I don't know if many people remember, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Just running back was coming to the hole towards the end of the game. And, I just hit him square. It was a good form tackle, and my helmet hit right on the ball, and, I forced a fumble. That was my first forced fumble. And, that was my first pretty much turnover, and, it felt good, it just kind of just was like, okay, I can play at this level, it was a great feeling, and, of course I was just thankful to God for giving me the opportunity to be out here on such a big stage, because actually at that time, that was the first game that I got playing, I saw playing action, and that was when Oklahoma State had that big time receiver and Kendall Hunter, the running back, was out of 49ers, so they had a pretty stout team at that time, so I was pretty happy when that happened.
Oh, I bet, man. Brandon Whedon, Kendall Hunter, Justin Blackman, like you said, that team was definitely stacked and a great team to get your first turnover against. You gotta love it. Now, after that great freshman year of yours, Deone, it was in 2011 as a sophomore. You played in all 12 games yet again, started all but one. You recorded 80 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a forced fumble. And in 2012, you led the team in tackles and interceptions for the second time in 3 seasons with 106 tackles and 4 interceptions. You also had a forced fumble and a quarterback sack. Now, after having that type of season as a junior, did you ever think about foregoing your senior year to enter the 2013 NFL Draft?
I never thought about it, honestly. After that season, I just felt like there was room for improvement for myself and for the team. You know, I knew how good we were going to be the next year. Everybody we had coming back, the playmakers, the support, the leaders, you know, that we're going to have back the next year, and I wanted to be a part of that. And, you know, something that my dad always took pride in was, you know, it was school, you know, and I'm actually going to go back next spring and finish up, because I only have 2 classes left. But I just wanted to take that next step to getting closer to getting my degree, because I worked so hard to, you know, over the past 3 years to obtain that piece of paper. And, you know, so honestly, you know, I never really thought about, okay, well, let me just skip my senior season. You know, I feel like I had a lot of developing left. I feel I can get a lot better than what I was the previous year. So, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I love the school. I love the situation I was in. So, you know, I figured, you know, why not, you know, get another year of development under my belt and, you know, see what the next year holds for me.
That's awesome, man. That's great to hear. Now, putting up those type of numbers in 2012, what exactly were your personal expectations for this past season, knowing that, you know, it will be your final chance to prove to everybody that you can play at the next level?
You know, going into it, I wasn't thinking anything about the next level. You know, of course, that's a bit of Charlotte dream of mine since I can remember. But my main focus was the team. Was getting myself as good as I can be for my teammates. You know, you know, for me at that point was to getting weight on myself. You know, to get up to, you know, what I am now, which is, you know, 212 to 215, and that was my main focus. I felt like, you know, gaining weight would bring me to that next level of play and be able to, you know, to make more of an impact on the field and, you know, just be a playmaker, you know, and, you know, that was my focus going into the next season. It wasn't really exactly the next level because, you know, that's, you know, you can't really focus on things like that. You know, kind of like it clouds what you're doing now. And so my main focus was the team and just doing everything that I could, you know, to make our team better. You know, if anything, you know, maybe being a better leader, you know, maybe being there for the younger my younger teammates, helping them with whatever they need. That was pretty much my main focus going into 2013.
Well, I gotta say, many thought that you couldn't put up a better season than you did personally in 2012. But man, I gotta say, you proved a lot of people wrong. And I know it's more than you gotta look at more than just stats. But you put up over 100 tackles, 6 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, 4.5 tackles for loss. And you know, you could just turn on your tape and you could see that you're a playmaker. Now, my question for you is, how would you describe not only this past season, but your entire experience at Washington State University?
My first words that come to mind is just honestly a blessing. It's kind of mind-blowing. My experience here at Wazoo, you know, WSU, it's been unforgettable. You know, I love this place. I love the environment. I love the people here. Everybody's just so nice to you. Everybody, you know, has respect for you, no matter what. And the fans here, you know, they've been through a lot. You know, they've been through our ups and our downs. You know, and they've stuck with us every step of the way. And you know, it's kind of unexplainable, you know, what my experience here has been, you know, because it's been so great. You know, I couldn't plan it out any better. You know, what I had in my mind, they've exceeded expectations. So, you know, I'm just happy that I chose this great university. You know, I'm just happy I chose to be able to have the opportunity to represent this great university. You know, and I wouldn't take it back for anything. And
you definitely made the most of your opportunity, man. You mentioned that you weren't highly recruited coming out of high school, and now look at you, one of the top players entering the 2014 NFL Draft. Throughout your 4 years at Washington State University, what do you think is the most memorable play that you've made?
Most memorable play that I've made? The most memorable play, I feel, I got a few moments. The most memorable play I feel was against Auburn when I hit the running back. I feel that's the one that sticks out, you know, the most to me, of course. That was in the third quarter, I think, against Auburn, our first game. You know, just kind of like setting the tempo for our team. I think that was a big play that sticks out to me, you know, against Corey Grant, the hit I had against Corey Grant. But the moment that sticks out is winning the Apple Cup. won the Apple Cup my junior year. And, you know, not in the underdogs. And, you know, we came back and we beat them in overtime. And that was the best feeling I've had, you know, here at WSU. And I know the fans were so happy. I know our team was just so happy in the locker room. You know, post game was, you know, I'll remember that forever. You know, so that was just something that definitely sticks out in my mind.
Chris Shanfeld talking with 2014 NFL Draft prospect safety out of Washington State, Deone Bucannon. Now, Deone, can you tell us what it was like to spend some time in Mobile, Alabama about a month ago with other NFL draft prospects from all types of different schools to participate in the Senior Bowl? What was that experience like?
It was, you know, it was unbelievable. You know, being able to go out there and compete with the best, you know, show off, you know, your talent, you know, against people that, you know, are considered the best in the nation. You know, that's just an opportunity I was blessed to have, blessed to you know, be given. And you know, I went over there and I wanted to make the most of it. You know, I just wanted to show everybody, you know, the person I am first of all, and the football player that I am. And you know, it was an awesome experience. You know, I love playing the game of football, and it's even better. The game of football is even better when you're playing against people that love the game of football just as much as you do. You know, so it just makes the game, you know, more fun, more, you know, just that much more competitive. So, you know, I love being over there. I loved every second of it.
And just a couple of weeks ago, we had the 2014 NFL Combine, where you continued to make a name for yourself. You ran a 4.49 40-yard dash and it had a 36.5-inch vertical. How do you feel you performed overall? Are you satisfied with the numbers you put up?
Oh yeah, I'm satisfied with the numbers I put up. You know, of course, you know, some of the numbers you can do. You've done better before, but you know, you only get so many opportunities over at the NFL Combine. You know, but I feel like the numbers I put up were, you know, I'm definitely satisfied with them. You know, I'm really happy about how I ran the 40. You know, running that 4.49. You know, I feel like I surprised people, and a lot of people, you know, thought I was, you know, my straight line speed. You know, that was a question going into the combine. You know, I feel like I answered it. You know, and you know, it was a great experience. You know, I feel like I put up the numbers that I wanted. You know, but other than that, it was just a great experience. You know, besides the number of the drills went well. You know, the drills were fun. Being able to be, you know, coached and talked to by different coaches, you know, and different scouts and things like that. You know, it's honestly just a dream come true. And you know, I'm just like I said, I'm fortunate and blessed that I got the opportunity to be a part of that.
Absolutely. Now, Deone, just a few more questions, then I'll let you go, man. I really do appreciate your time. I'll start back up with, if you would compare yourself to a safety currently playing in the NFL today, who do you think that would be and why?
You know, actually, you know, I have a couple, but the first one that pops in my mind is, you know, I've been saying, you know, for a long time is Cam Chancellor. You know, just the passion he plays with, you know, and for him being, you know, the size that he is and being able to move the way he does, you know, in coverage, being able to cover slots, tight ends, you know, and also being able to change the momentum of the game by, you know, making a big hit on a player, you know, the interceptions, as you saw in the Super Bowl, you know, he's just a force to be reckoned with. And, you know, that's what I want to be. You know, I want to be somebody that changes the momentum of the game, that, you know, that's a playmaker first and foremost. And, you know, what Cam Chancellor does to the game is he's giving, you know, big safeties like me an opportunity. You know, because before he started, you know, before this season, this past season, and everybody's seeing how great of a playmaker he is, which he's been a playmaker, you know, but you know, before it was kind of going to that, okay, we'll just transition a corner into the safety, you know, seeing that it's going to become a pass-happy league, you know, and I feel like Cam Chancellor really, you know, opened you know, that window of opportunity for me, and you know, other big safeties as well. And you know, I'm just thankful and grateful, you know, for him as being a big safety as a playmaker. You know, obviously me having an opportunity, you know, to go to the next level.
Hey man, I love it. I mean, you cannot go wrong with an NFL Pro Bowler, and you definitely cannot go wrong with a Super Bowl champion. So Cam Chancellor it is. Now, Deone, I know Washington State has a few guys playing in the NFL today. Has anybody, whether they went to WSU or not, given you any advice on what to expect at the next level?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, the Dula brothers, Hamza and Hussein. You know, they've been great supporters. You know, they're there for me. You know, they called me and just said whatever you need. You know, you just ask. You know, and it's kind of crazy. Them and Jason David, the corner that played for Wazoo, the great corner that played for WSU, and it's just crazy, that they take time out of their busy schedules because they have their own family, they have their own agenda, things like that. To reach out to me and just say, okay, whatever you need, you just let me know, you just ask, and if you have any questions, we're here to answer it for you. We want this process to go as smoothly as possible. And, for them to do that for me is it's just, it says a lot about them, the people that they are, and to support me like that is, it's just unbelievable to me, and I really appreciate it, from the bottom of my heart.
This show is broadcasted out of Chicago, and the Chicago Bears have a wide receiver by the name of Marquise Wilson. He's actually out in Florida working out with Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, and all those guys. And I got to say, Deone, we would absolutely love to see you in Chicago, man. A team, the Monsters of the Midway, we would love to see you come in here. We need a safety. And I just want to know, how would you think about joining the Chicago Bears defense, man?
Well, you mentioned Marquise Wilson. Yeah, that's definitely one of my friends, my close friends. A great receiver. But playing for the Bears defense, they got so much history. They've always been a prolific defense. They've always had great players. Great history. They've always been known as a defensive team. But me as a player, I love to play for any team. I would love to play, just have the opportunity to make an impact on an unmeaningful team, naturally. But like I said, the Bears, their history of defense and this year being great on the defense side of the ball, you can see it, each and every year. Just the people that they have, the people that they bring in, the talent that they see to play on their defense. It's a dream. It's a great system, great players, of course, and it's great history.
I know the Bears defense struggled a bit last season, man, but if Phil Emery, the Bears general manager, gives you a call, do not hang up on him, all right, man?
That would be the last thing I would do.
All right, Deone, final question for you, man. I really do appreciate your time. Let's say there's an NFL general manager out there listening to this interview. Why should he want Deone Bucannon, safety out of Washington State, on his team?
Definitely. First and foremost is, I'm a player that will do anything to get on the field. It doesn't matter what it is, special teams, whatever defensive scheme you want me to do. I'm a versatile player. That's what I want people to understand. Whatever they want me to be, whatever they, I don't know what position they want me to put. Whatever scheme they want me to fit in is, I'm gonna do the work. Whatever. If they tell me that I'm lacking in a certain area, I'm gonna do everything I can extra to get up to par to where they want me to be. I'm a playmaker. I'm a player that wants to earn the respect of his teammates, not only his teammates but his coaches. And that's what I want to do when I first step on the field. Is I don't feel entitled to anything, no matter where I get picked. 1 through 7, I'm gonna go in there with the same mindset. I'm gonna go in there hungry. I'm gonna go in there as a kid that loves the game of football first and foremost, and a kid that just wants to play. And that's what I tell the GMs.
Man, Deone, thank you so much for your time. It's been a true pleasure, man. I'm wishing you nothing but the best of luck, man. I know you're going to have a lot of success wherever you go. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug on there for myself and our listeners?
Honestly, just thank you for the opportunity. This is, I'm sure you could have asked a lot of other people, and I appreciate the opportunity of, allowing me to be on your interview show and asking me these questions, getting my name out there a little more. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, the pleasure was all mine, man. Once again, best of luck and take care, all right?
You too.
Thanks for tuning into the CS Podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Please check out all of my past interviews at www.youtube.com/ChristianRE722. Once again, that's www.youtube.com/ChristianRE722. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at Chris Shanafelt.